Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. The defense has rested in the Adam Fravel trial. The move came after Fravel chose not to testify. Meanwhile, 5 defense witnesses took the stand today. A Houston County investigator said that he searched the road where Madeline Kingsbury's body was found, but didn't see anything unusual. Fravel's brother testified that the couple appeared happy despite their problems. Closing arguments are set to start on Wednesday. A Fountain City man accused of hiding a corpse and animal abuse was in court today. Arthur McMullen was seeking a public defender, but a judge denied his request. McMullen was arrested last month when deputies tried to serve an eviction notice to his wife. They found her dead body and 71 cats and dogs. She reportedly had been dead for about 6 weeks. Autopsy results are still pending. An Eau Claire man will spend 2 years in federal prison for his role in a drug ring. On Wednesday, 27-year-old Mario Aviles was sentenced for distributing fentanyl and methamphetamine. He was arrested along with 6 others who were allegedly part of the drug ring. Aviles' prison term will be followed by 3 years of supervised release. Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance will host a rally in La Crosse on Monday. Vance is scheduled to speak at the La Crosse Center at 9:30 in the morning. The doors will open at 7:30 at the La Crosse Center. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are focusing on the so-called blue wall with stops in Michigan and Wisconsin. The final weekend ahead of Election Day marks the end of early voting in most states, including Georgia. CBS's Christian Benavides reports from Atlanta.
As the race for the White House is entering the final weekend, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are making their final pitches in Wisconsin Friday night.
I will give a middle-class tax cut to over 100 million Americans. We will enact the first ever federal ban on corporate price gouging on groceries.
New controversy erupted after Trump railed against his longtime critic, former GOP Representative Liz Cheney.
She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
This must be disqualifying. Anyone who wants to be president of the United States who uses that kind of violent rhetoric is clearly disqualified and unqualified to be president.
Cheney helped to lead the congressional committee that examined the former president's role in the January 6th insurrection. Trump doubled down on his remarks during a stop in Michigan Friday.
If she had to do it herself and she had to face the consequences of battle, she wouldn't be doing it. So it's easy for her to talk, but she wouldn't be doing it.
Here in Atlanta, a steady flow of people came to this polling place in the Buckhead neighborhood for the final day of early voting here.
The border is a major issue, not to mention the economy and numerous other things.
I think she has a respect for people, the people of the United States, and wants to really represent their interests, and I don't think that of the other candidate.
Georgia's Secretary of State went public to refute a bogus video alleging to show Haitian migrants voting multiple times. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Atlanta.
U.S. intelligence agencies believe that fake video is the work of a Russian government disinformation campaign. Some Republican officials say their party is in a, quote, disgusting place. Trump White House national security official Olivia Troy and former Georgia Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan sat down with me in the News 8 studio today. They say they remain lifelong Republicans, but they cannot support Donald Trump, given how they say he's communicated to women, the military, and foreign leaders. Troy says a second Trump presidency won't have respected officials acting as guardrails in his cabinet. She wants Republicans to shake off MAGA extremism.
I think that's also what's the motivation for a lot of these Republicans to actually want to steer the ship into a better direction. My hope is that by defeating Donald Trump, that's step one, but I certainly think that we have a lot of work to do in terms of how we rebuild the party, how we rebuild trust. I would say across the voting base, how we, extend like these communities and start to actually work in a bipartisan manner.
Now, Duncan, whose family received death threats over the 2020 presidential election result in Georgia, says it's not surprising to him that more Republicans aren't outspoken against Trump, but he believes there are many Republicans like him in Troy who will support Harris on Election Day. Senate hopeful Republican Eric Hovde was on the campaign trail today. His Time for Change bus tour made a stop in Sparta. Hovde is hoping to unseat Democrat Tammy Baldwin. The latest Marquette University law poll has Baldwin leading Hovde just 51 to 49%. And of course, be sure to tune in to News 8 Tuesday night on Election Day for up-to-the-minute election results, some expert analysis, and a breakdown of the issues. We'll have updates throughout the night. Coming up is the Friday Night Frenzy. We'll have all the local scores and highlights from Level 2 of the playoffs in just a few minutes.
And yeah, the rain is coming back. Unfortunately, Saturday looks good, but we got rain for Sunday and beyond. We'll time out the rain and show you how much we might get. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Right now at International Furniture, get store-wide fall savings on all the brands you know and trust. Fjords, Durham Bedroom, Norwalk, Hooker, Flex Steel, and Hancock and more. Hurry in today for the best selection and savings. International Furniture, I-90 Exit 2, La Crosse.
I'm Rebecca Cook, and like most folks in Wisconsin, I'm somewhere in the middle.
Oh, please. Don't be fooled by Rebecca Cook. She made her living trying to elect Democrat extremists. Cook proudly supported radicals who want to defund police, end cash bail, and throw open the border. No wonder extremists like AOC are spending big bucks to elect liberals like Cook. Rebecca Cook, just another liberal trying to fool you. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I believe in bringing people together, like my family and neighbors did when I was growing up on the north side of La Crosse. And now that I'm in the state legislature, it's why I focus on bipartisanship, because my whole being is focused on bringing people together to find solutions to make everyone a winner. I've appreciated the opportunity to be your state representative, and if I'm reelected, that's what I'm going to continue to do. My entire focus will be on bringing people together to make Wisconsin a better state.
Right now at International Furniture, get store-wide fall savings on all the brands you know and trust. Fjords, Durham Bedroom, Norwalk, Hooker, Flex Steel, and Hancock and more. Hurry in today for the best selection and savings. International Furniture, I-90 Exit 2, La Crosse.
Yeah, our average temperature, which should be around the upper 40s, low 50s, that's kind of what we saw today. So it was really a typical 1st of November type day with those temperatures out there. We're actually not going to see these temperatures for a while. We're actually going to continue to get mild too. Really, right now we just have a few clouds coming overhead with this little weak system. That's all it's going to provide. It's cloud cover. Otherwise, the other system that we're watching for Sunday and beyond is taking shape out west into the south. It'll be another 24 hours till we really see something start to develop there. So quiet and dry through Saturday. That's the good news. Rain does arrive. It looks like the first wave comes Saturday night into early Sunday morning. And then we have additional periods of rain Sunday, especially Sunday morning, I think could be really wet. And then we'll have additional rain come Monday and Tuesday. It's a wet cycle we're going to be in. But here's your temperatures tomorrow, upper 50s to low 60s. So it is going to be above average. So really pleasant. The winds out of the south, fairly light. Some cloud cover, but remaining dry, and even remaining dry for Saturday evening. As we go into Sunday, that's when the rain starts appearing. So our temperatures will be much warmer going into Sunday, more mid to upper 40s as the rain kind of develops over the area. And then Sunday is kind of a weird day because these temperatures are really going to be in the late afternoon and they're going to continue to rise. So although these will be not really the official high temperatures, they'll come later. This is what we'll see temperature-wise in the afternoon as warmer air begins to push north. It's all because we'll have a series of systems coming overhead because the jet stream is going to be basically southwest-northeast over us and trying to stall out for a while. So we're going to have additional waves move up towards the area. Here comes the first one that we talked about Saturday. Mainly close to midnight or there afterwards, we should start seeing light rain is spread across the area. Then comes Sunday, it really picks up in intensity, so we can see some light to moderate rainfall through Sunday that continues all the way through the afternoon and evening. Then we might see a break come Sunday evening, and then the next front will have a warm front come up towards the north, and then here comes another additional wave that'll come through probably late Sunday and Monday with the warm front, and that's why our temperatures will probably continue to rise Sunday. So we'll start off in the 50s Sunday evening. By the time you go to work on Monday morning, we'll probably be in the low 60s at that point. So it is going to continue to warm, and we're going to have additional waves come through Monday and eventually the last one probably Tuesday. So it's quite a bit of precipitation. We will see some dry breaks in between, but we could see quite a bit of rainfall. This kind of shows you Sunday morning we're going to have at least 1 inch potentially reaching up to La Crosse. It lightens up as you go further north. That's the first wave. Then as we go throughout Sunday, you see the amounts start to climb, especially south and southeast of La Crosse. So this is about the rainfall through Sunday. It does taper off, so areas north of Eau Claire will see some light rain, but amounts will be very light as the main action stays to the south. So that'll continue on. Overall rainfall through next Tuesday, 3 to 4 inches potentially in southwest Wisconsin as we get multiple waves. So we're really going to pick up on rainfall that we're short of, probably even go above average with the amount that we get to Tuesday. Finally, by Wednesday, we'll start drying out, and temperatures will remain still mild. Even though we'll be in the mid-50s, we should be in the mid up to upper 40s by that point. So enjoy tomorrow. It's going to be wet, but it's going to be warm too. So that's the good news. We're not going to see any type of snow on the backside of the system. Continue to be mild. So more rain's coming. A wet start to November. It's going to keep going.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, it's the Friday Night Frenzy. Level 2 of the Wisconsin playoffs are here, and we've got a clash between Onalaska and Logan. Cade and Jacob are next.
One of the biggest mistakes you can make when shopping for a car is committing to a loan payment. Once you do that, you've lost control over the entire transaction. Control over the price of the car, what you're going to get in trade, maybe even your interest rate. So if you want someone to help you along with this transaction, give me a call or one of my great loan officers.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
When did you know Eric Hovde was wrong for Wisconsin?
Well, that's easy. When he said that people like me were going to die soon, so we shouldn't be able to vote.
Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
When Hovde said overweight people should pay more for health care.
When I heard he wants to raise the retirement age.
When I heard he's completely against abortion.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
Now we know what's wrong with Eric Hovde. He's not for us.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Sunday, November 3rd is the day we've all been waiting for. It's Buzzy's annual 12-hour sale. Get the best deals of the year for 12 hours only from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Furniture pricing is drastically reduced with over 50% off select products. Get a free adjustable base upgrade with select mattress purchases. Receive a $300 gift, interest-free financing, plus free delivery with Tempur-Pedic purchases, sleep experts on staff, door prizes, and so much more. Don't miss out. One day only at Buzzy's Home Furnishing.
I'm Tara, a nurse here in Wisconsin, and my patients don't want politicians like Eric Hovde making their healthcare decisions. He means what he says about opposing reproductive rights.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
And there are forces in Washington who want to pass a nationwide ban on abortion. And if Hovde gets elected, I worry he'll support that ban that could turn nurses like me into criminals. We need to vote against Eric Hovde.
WinSendit is responsible for the content of this ad.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Welcome to the Friday Night Frenzy. I'm Jacob, and that is Kate.
For the 13 area teams that won last weekend, the challenge gets a little harder this week.
For the second straight week, a pair of MVC co-champs are meeting on the gridiron.
Logan topped Onalaska by a point in an epic contest earlier this year.
And it could be another classic tonight. The Hilltoppers Ian Cole of the MVC in passing yards this season.
And the Rangers' Bradley Check leads in total offense. Onalaska hosting in level 2. Hilltoppers up against the Rangers, and early in this one, it was the Logan defense coming up big. Ian Cole on his own goal line, but Jackson Bosch on the blitz brings him down for the safety. Rangers go up 2. Logan would get the ball back, and Bradley Check would take it from there. Up the middle on the QB keeper, makes a move. He goes all the way in for the score. Lacrosse goes up 9. Later in the half, Rangers on offense again. Check drops back to pass, goes down the field, and that's little bro Tommy Check making the grab. Rangers inside the 35, then a few plays later, guess who? It's Check on the goal line, gets in for the score. Logan up 16. Hilltoppers fighting back. Cole with the quick pitch to Cam Cornett. And check out this run. Gets the edge, sheds off the defense, and then somehow stays in bounds before finally being pushed out at the 20. And then a few plays later, it's Cornett again on the toss. He's in for the touchdown. Hilltoppers make it 16-6, but the Rangers would pull away in the second half. Check hands it to Maxime Roberts, and Roberts breaks a few tackles. He's up the sideline, finally brought down inside the 5, and Check would take it from there as the Rangers dominate in this one, 42-6, the final.
Another co-champ, Holman on the road at top-seeded New Richmond. The Vikings season comes to a close as they fall 44-14.
Well, after a second-half comeback last week, Aquinas back at home hosting Lodi. Third quarter, Blue Goals up a score. Lodi airing it out deep, but Trey Barr hauls in a huge interception. Aquinas now on offense. Waylon Hargrove gets the end around with some blockers in front of him. He'll do some sideline tiptoeing, giving the offense some juice. And then it's Kyle White's turn. The bruising back into the end zone for a 14-0 Blue Gold lead. Ensuing kickoff, Bradley Lee wraps up the returner, strips the ball and falls on it. And after discussion, the refs say it's Aquinas ball. So some serious momentum for the hosts, and they keep it going. Jacob Thorin on the rollout, fires over the middle to a wide open Logan Becker, pads the lead. Blue Golds moving on to level 3, 29-0. The Blue Golds will get the winner of West Salem and Columbus. The Panthers jumped out to a 7-point lead, but the Cardinals come back to pick up the win. That sets up a rematch, Aquinas versus Columbus, next week.
Prairie du Chien offense is on a roll this year, having scored at least 35 in each of the last 9 games. Blackhawks hosting Brookfield Academy, and PDC would bring the energy early. It's the big fella, Blake Thierry, getting the rock and showing off the speed as he would bring his squad into the red zone. And then a few plays later, it's Thierry again, this time showing off the muscle as he draws first blood to put the Blackhawks up 7. Brookfield trying to get something going, but the quarterback's pass falls right into the hands of Hunter Straka, and the Blackhawks are going to turn defense into offense. And guess who? Thierry again breaks it to the outside, takes it home to put PDC up 2 scores. The Blackhawks have not allowed a touchdown yet this postseason. They keep it rolling, and they get the win 56-0.
Luther looking to advance to round 3 of the playoffs for the first time ever as they travel to Eau Claire to face off top seed Regis. Pickup action in the second quarter. Regis with the early lead, and the Ramblers' Harrison Haas adding to it. 13 yards for the score. Home team up 14. Let's jump to the third quarter. Luther's Landon Bryant gets the handoff. He dressed up as a bowling ball for Halloween. Costume still on. Referees mark him inside the 1, and he would get the call from there. Knights cut the deficit to 8. All right, later, let's go to the fourth quarter now. Regis threatening, but Bryant coming up with a big third down stop. Ramblers would get a field goal. They go up by 11. Same score, final minute. Luther's Jackson Kendall going to connect with Jack Schmaling for the score. Knights now down by just 3, but they couldn't recover the onside kick. Regis hangs on to win 17-14.
In Minnesota, Caledonia meeting Chatfield with a trip to state on the line. First drive of the game, Chatfield's Carson Rowland going deep to Tobin McMahon, who takes it 56 yards for the score. Gophers up 8-0 early. Caledonia responds. Ethan Stendel is going to call his own number, 8 yards for the score. Warriors down 8-7. To the third we go. Chatfield 4th and goal, and they go with the halfback option pass. Ethan Eichhoff to Thane Child, 16-7 Gophers. Caledonia's defense needs a step up, and Ethan Stendel goes up and gets the huge pick, but he is shaken up on the play. Warriors without their star quarterback now, and Chatfield's Ben Carrier is going to get the strip sack. Ethan Cole gets the scoop and the score to go up 24-7. Caledonia would tack on one more touchdown, but it would not be enough as their season comes to a close.
You know, it's playoffs, a lot of really good football being played, and you could tell with those teams out there.
I mean, you could feel it as well. You see the breath out there. I mean, it's cold. I mean, it's just that time of the year.
Feels like
fun stuff. Coming up, we go back to Wisconsin as 5 more teams from our area are looking to advance in the postseason. You're watching Friday Night Frenzy.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
Let's talk about Rebecca Cook. She's a political operative. She's worked for Defund the Police radicals across this country.
Cook spent millions getting Mandela Barnes elected, the most anti-law enforcement candidate in Wisconsin's history.
You remember Barnes, the guy who said reducing prison populations was sexy?
Defund the police radicals make it harder for us to keep you safe.
That's why we can't support Rebecca Cook, because she'll never support us.
I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
Remember when Hillary Clinton called you a deplorable?
You could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
Well, Tammy Baldwin hates you too.
Donald Trump might be one of the most offensive and hateful and unacceptable presidential candidates we've ever had. So what does that say about the people who support him?
Tammy Baldwin is a liberal snob.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message. Join my team and give today.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion, yes or no?
There has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah.
And the punishment is real. Women denied care, unable to get pregnant again, traumatized, scarred for life. Young women who didn't need to die. Now 1 in 3 women live under a Trump abortion ban. And if he's elected, everyone will.
There has to be some form of punishment.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Why wait until Black Friday for big savings? At Wesco and Sparta, it's Black November. Get break-down the door savings on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and flooring. Save even more with coupon savings of $25 to $100. Buy 1 item, use 1 coupon. Buy 10 items, use 10 coupons. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we're the cold weather experts, offering unbeatable deals on the gear and supplies you need to get ready for winter. Like these Best Air furnace filters, just $7.99. Trico wiper blades are on sale. Buy 1, get 1 half price. Get $120 instant savings when you buy 4 Goodyear tires. Rewards members save an extra $50 and get up to $100 in additional savings by consumer rebate. Plus, check out unbeatable toy deals in Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, now open.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Frenzy.
Bangor is no stranger to postseason success.
The Cardinals have made it to level 4 the past 2 seasons.
And that experience could come in handy against a River Ridge team that racked up 55 points at Cashton last week. The Cardinals welcoming the Timberwolves. First half, visitors on the move. The give is up the middle, but the ball is fumbled, and Dylan Matheson jumps on it, but the offense could not do anything with it. 0-0 at halftime, and then naturally, Cade, a minute into half number 2, the first score of the game. Ty Adrian gets the give up the middle, and look out, he is loose and nobody's gonna catch him. 7-0 T-Wolves. Then next possession for the away side, the give is to Andrew Nyes. He makes a man miss, and he has daylight in front of him. That makes it 14-0 T-Wolves. And after a Bangor fumble, River Ridge scores the dagger. Brandon Davis sneaks it in from the 1-yard line. Bangor's season comes to an end. 29-0, they fall to River Ridge.
Cochran Fountain City with a tough draw as they host Potosi Cassville, and the Chieftain running backs were a tough trio to stop tonight, starting with the senior Isaiah Groom. On 4th and 1, bounces it out for a 21-yard score. Potosi up 7-0. And then later, Next up was the sophomore running back, River Sahar, takes the ball, gets the edge, reaches across the goal line for the touchdown. Potosi goes up big. And then the third of the three-headed monster, senior Joe Haas, shakes a defender in the backfield, darts into the end zone for the touchdown. The Chieftains go on to win 55-0.
All right, some more scores to get to. Ithaca at Johnson Creek. The Bulldogs were tied at half with the Blue Jays, but they dropped their first game of the season in Level 2, thus ending their season.
Pepin Alma visiting Boyceville, a low-scoring game, and the Eagle offense musters just 7 points as their road to Madison ends as well.
And North Crawford looking to avenge a loss to Highland from earlier in the season. It was just not the Trojans' night as they fall to the Cardinals by 35. Kate, it's a tough time of the year to win games. There's no bad teams left anywhere.
You lose now, it's just heartbroken. Yeah. Those kids, some of them their last football game ever.
Yeah, so we got 3 teams left, and we'll see what they can do next week. But coming up, we go to Mitchell Hall for some wrestling action. UWL hosting the Wisconsin Showcase. That and more coming up next on the Friday Night Frenzy.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day weekend sale. Tombstone and select DiGiorno or Jack's Pizza, just $2.99. Hy-Vee diced tomatoes or sauce, 49 cents. Pork shoulder roast, $1.48 a pound. And more, in-store and online. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Who does Derek Van Orden think he is? This guy who reportedly shouted at kids in the U.S. Capitol? I don't give a who you are. I'm a congressman.
Derek Van Orden doesn't care about making our lives better. He'd make Wisconsinites pay just to give huge tax cuts to corporations and the wealthy. Van Orden even sides with extremists who tried to cut Social Security. Wisconsin deserves better, and Derek Van Orden does not belong in Congress.
HMP is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This illegal immigrant was recently arrested in southwestern Wisconsin for a sexually violent attack on a woman, a suspected Venezuelan gang member who entered the U.S. just last year. Unfortunately, Steve Doyle supports sanctuary cities that protect criminals like this, and Doyle opposed sending resources to secure the border, to keep dangerous criminals like Alejandro Jose Coronel Zarate away from our families. Steve Doyle's failures are destroying Wisconsin lives. Steve Doyle, unwilling to secure the border, unfit to serve.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More sofas, more recliners, more mattresses, more of everything. You're going to find whatever you want, and you're going to find plenty of it. And it's all priced to go with 0% easy payment plans available. And as always, free delivery. Just try that anywhere else. Come visit us today.
King Furniture.
Nice people, nice furniture.
I, Kamala J.B. Harris, do solemnly swear.
Kamala swore an oath, but Kamala created crisis after crisis. Our troops murdered, an open border, crime in our streets, skyrocketing costs, assassination attempts, Americans abandoned during disasters, and we're on the brink of World War III. A broken oath and a broken America. Kamala can't be trusted in the Oval Office. Vote for President Trump and save America. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's Hy-Vee's 3-day weekend sale. Tombstone and select DiGiorno or Jack's Pizza, just $2.99. Hy-Vee diced tomatoes or sauce, 49 cents. Pork shoulder roast, $1.48 a pound. And more, in-store and online. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Frenzy.
UW Lacrosse Wrestling has drawn in some of the top Division III programs to Mitchell Hall over the past few years.
And they opened their season tonight by thinking bigger.
UWL hosted the Wisconsin Showcase this evening as Division II. UW Parkside and the Division I UW Badgers also had duels. Shout out to the Roqua grad Cale Anderson and Aquinas grad David Moline wearing the Cardinal in red. A little closer to home, the Eagles win 30-9. Parkside would win 30-6, and the Badgers open up their season with a loss to Ohio.
After knocking off a ranked UW River Falls squad at home, the UW Lacrosse Eagles football team is on the road at UW Stout. The Blue Devils are revving votes in this week's D3Football.com poll, while UWL is 20th. Kickoff is set for 1 in Menominee.
Also happening tomorrow, Manny Putz of Onalaska will look to cap his career as a Hilltopper with a third state title. That'll make him only the 7th runner in WIAA state history to claim the feat. We caught up with Manny earlier this week. You can find that story on news8000.com. Also at state, Aquinas boys and girls teams, West Salem boys and girls teams, as well as Mauston and Necedah boys.
And State is just one win away for some volleyball teams on both sides of the Mississippi River. Holman will face Verona at Onalaska. Aquinas will face Laconia in Richland Center. Cochran-Fountain City will face Regis in Eau Claire. And Ithaca will face Columbus Catholic at Alman Bancroft. A win it is to the a win and you're in to the Resch Center is what I'm trying to say.
And in Minnesota, 2 teams looking to make it to the X. Cotter will face Stewartville and Mabel Canton, or will face Chatfield, and Mabel Canton will face Fillmore Central, both in Rochester.
We are getting to that time of the year where State is just right here and just the best of the best, and
it is
great athletes.
The stakes are higher. You can feel the pressure. It makes everything so much better.
It's a lot of fun. More fun to come. Our play of the night. You are watching the Friday Night Frenzy.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley stain-resistant fabric, Where Have You Been All My Life Black Friday event. But don't wait. It's also the Ashley You Can Save Up to $1,000 store-wide Black Friday event.
Improving your home, improving your life with new entry doors. Few things in your home get the constant use of the entry door. Older entry doors are often hard to open, hard to close, drafty, cold, ugly, insecure, or all of these things, a source of daily misery. Correctly installed entry doors provide a safety and security for your family. They are easy to operate, provide comfort, and say welcome to family and friends. Call or visit the Board Store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store.
I believe in bringing people together like my family and neighbors did when I was growing up on the north side of La Crosse. And now that I'm in the state legislature, it's why I focus on bipartisanship, because my whole being is focused on bringing people together to find solutions to make everyone a winner. I've appreciated the opportunity to be your state representative, and if I'm reelected, that's what I'm going to continue to do. My entire focus will be on bringing people together to make Wisconsin a better state.
It's here, the Veterans Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. With store-wide sale prices, special financing, and free gas. Plus, veterans and active military families get an additional gift from Drury's. Only at Drury's will you find beautifully tailored sofas and chairs, handcrafted bedrooms and dining rooms, a huge selection of premium leather, and the designers to help you put it all together. Sale prices, special financing, and even free gas. The Veterans Day sale, happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
These Baldwin ads are nasty.
I can't stand them.
She never tells the truth. Now she says Eric Hovde wants to raise the retirement age.
That's malarkey.
I saw in the news Social Security will be going bankrupt in 8 years.
Are you kidding? We need Social Security.
You're surprised? Washington spends money like crazy.
And Baldwin supports all of it.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
You better get a job.
You get a job.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley Mommy Needs This More Than Anything Else in the World Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Ashley You Can Get 0% Interest for 72 Months Black Friday event.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
Welcome back to the play of the night. Friday Night Frenzy, play of the night. Drum roll, please.
Let's go back to Eau Claire. We have Luther up against Regis and Landon Bryant. Gonna lay the boom for the Knights. Goes right through the defense. Almost scores through about the one, but a big play A big play, but Luther would fall in this one 17-14.
Very close game there. Impressive showing by Luther against a team that hasn't lost all year in Regis. So good stuff there. But you know what's tomorrow, Cade? Wisconsin versus Iowa.
A little bit of rivalry. I'm a Hawkeye for those who don't know. I love my Hawks. They're going up against the Badgers tomorrow.
Same record.
I've got a busy day, so I won't even be able to focus on the game.
Check in with this guy tomorrow. He's going to have a lot of stuff.
Be there,
volleyball,
10 o'clock.
I mean, volleyball, cross country, anything you name it. He's got
it.
it. So good stuff. A lot of fun tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. We had a blast. We always have a blast in the Friday Night Frenzy. We will see you next time, and have a great weekend.